Hello, my name is Fanstar. This is Everspace. This is actually going to be my first ever Let's Play, and I hope this goes well. And anyone who watches, I hope you do enjoy. Everspace is a Kickstarter game that I backed some time ago, I think mid last year. Graphically. Oh, there we go. Okay, anyway. And I got a copy of it when it finally hit early access. I played it very little. I probably know where the first two sectors. It's been out for a while, so I'm assuming a lot of people have probably had a lot of plays on already. I decided to come back into this and actually start doing Let's Plays. This will be my first time doing it. So, as you can see, I do have to continue, but I will reset everything so you can see the game fresh and see what they have. That camera should go on. See what the game has from a first perspective. Ooh, that is a pretty little space station. Probably just gonna have each episode being up until death, because Everspace is technically a dungeon crawler. When you die, you restart. You keep whatever you achieved in doing, but you just start from the beginning of the whole game. Or if I probably reach the end of a sector. See how it turns out. Let's begin. Would you like to start the game in first person or third person? You can change the camera to your gameplay anytime. Let's go into cockpit. And controller inverted. Yep, let's go inverted. I like inverted for flying, makes more sense to me. Down is up is down. Or up is down, down is up, I should say.
Pilot requires further training. Activating automatic assistance. Stand by.
Assistance? I suppose I could use some pointers.
From a sound check, I was aware that there's no voice acting. I still find it pretty weird, though. And left to right. The Y's for movement. Up and down is control space, and forward boosting is shift.
Let's begin by shooting targets.
Well, that seems easy enough.
With the tutorial, and then I'll just cut it and begin a new one from there. Alright, minor things, mouse button fire. Where'd you go? Get back here. You're like a little gnat.
The next targets have shields. First, use the pulse laser to deplete their shields. When the shields are down, use the Gatling gun to inflict greater hull damage.
Okay. Understood.
Correct, the mouse wheel changes. Oh, here we are. Select primary weapons by tapping 1. When holding 1, select will open. Your pulse laser is stronger against shields. Your Gatling deals more hull damage. You can also easily switch primaries with the mouse wheel, which is what I'm probably going to focus on. Nope, don't you dare get near me.
Use missiles on the next targets. Set a target lock before shooting so the missiles can home in.
Press the mouse button to lock the target you're currently aiming at. Fire secondary weapons with the right mount button. Currently I only have 1 secondary equipped, but you can normally switch secondary weapons with 2. You can also lock targets by pressing T. Not do that. Oh, we're target. Alright. Well, that's a lot of punishment. Get some distance, see a good trail on this thing. Nice.
It appears as if you're ready for the next stage. I have created a jump target. Aim towards it and hold steady to leave the orbit. After each transit, your jump drive requires a cooling down phase. As soon as it is ready for another jump, I will create one.
This is where I believe this part of the game feels like FTL, where you travel from one, I guess, star system to another in a sector. Aim at the jump target and hold steady until your jump drop is fully charged. I don't want to go. traveling. Have to go there? Nope, I can choose. Here, unknown risk, and jump gate. Yep. Alright, and let's go take the low road. Have to travel.
As you can see from your fuel gauge, a substantial amount was consumed during transit. You should aim to refill the jump drive completely. There is a mineable asteroid nearby. Shoot at it to extract fuel.
My fuel gauge right there, right here, this area. 81%. I guess it did. There. Oh, goodness. Okay, shoot the asteroid and collect enough fuel in order to fill up your jump drive. Number went up to 89. No, the 81s I'm looking at, the further bottom right. Let's see what happens here. And it's still at 81. Oh, I see. The top, very top, right corner of the screen is my fuel. Bloody hell.
That should do it.
Remaining well-provisioned is key to survival in the cluster. Before leaving the orbit, it is recommended you explore the location for resources. To speed things up, use a scanning probe.
Okay, let's try it out.
Press C to use the currently selected consumable. Tap 4 to switch between consumables. When holding down 4, selected will open up. Makes sense. Press R to use the currently selected active device. Switch between active devices by pressing 3. 4. Heal. Press 3 to... Ah, I see. And you're my overdrive. You're my scanner. Alright. And C to use.
I have located a container at some distance.
That can do here. Game is still very pretty, and I cannot wait for it to be fully released. As I shoot it, yep, says under.
Ah, resources.
And a weapon. But you don't have a free slot to install it. Decide for yourself whether you want to equip or salvage it.
Open the equipment menu with tab. You can drop or salvage equipment there. You can also press F when next to floating equipment that cannot be picked up to open and compare menu or swap. And this is some options. Hit tab for now. Okay. So there's my pulse laser. Shields, this is fast, reliable weapon with good range. When it comes to dealing hull damage, you better switch weapons. Yep, makes a lot of sense. Shield's really good, hull sucks. Fire rate, alright, what about the Gatling? Good old Gatling has been used for decades, yeah. Doctor invented the Gatling. Pretty twisted doctor has been, but genius weapon. Brings up the whole pairing equipment concept. Laser, a powerful energy beam weapon that deals a consistent high amount of both hull and shield damage. The perfect tool for destroying weaker drones. Basically, if I wanted to replace my pulse laser with the beam laser, replace my Gatling with it, it would be a lot better. that's 48 hull, but everything else is much better in terms of range, energy consumption. How is a Gatling gun using more energy than a laser turret? Yes, technically it's a mass driver technology, so swap the Gatling and salvage the salvaging will gain you the following resources: scrap 5 and ore 3. And like I mentioned, when I die, I will be able to restart with resources I gathered out here. I'm not sure if I did clearly point that out, but yes, that's what we do. We will be able to do resources. So basically, when I come back, I have resources. I'll be able to use those resources and the money I've earned to upgrade the ship and go back out there with a better vessel.
Resources are essential for crafting and upgrading your equipment. It appears, however, that we have exhausted our possibilities here. I suggest advancing to the next location.
Before we leave, let's give that pulse turret a try. Or, not the pulse, the laser. Oh, crap. Fired a missile. Meant to switch to. Left. 17, not bad. Alright. Going. Attacked over there. No more instruction. It looks like there's... Oh, here we are. Boosting, firing primary weapons, and using devices consumes energy. Pay attention to the energy bar below the crosshair. It might be smart to wait for the energy to recharge before going into the next fight. Bring your ship to full stop in order to increase the recharge speed. In fact, let's stop now. I feel this might be the complete end of that part of the tutorial. And I'm going to call this an episode or a video, and I'll